Hello, hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, welcome back to my YouTube channel, everybody. Today I'm coming on here because I'm going to be showing you my foundation routine, how I got this look. I hope I'm going to be detailed enough for you. Don't hesitate to ask me any questions in the comments, in my DMs, wherever you find me. I'll be more than happy to answer. But today I was just filming how I got this look. So if you really like it and you want to see how I achieved it, keep watching. So it's morning time. I'm so groggy. My face is still swollen, but I have washed and cleansed it. My skin is ready for the makeup I'm about to apply. So the first thing we're gonna do is prime our skin, and I'm going to be using my favorite primer ever by Smashbox. It's the Photo Finish Primer Oil. It looks like this. And the first thing I'm gonna do is just apply it to my face to prepare for my skin makeup. I use this oil because I hate when my makeup looks matte on my face. I prefer a dewy finish, and this gives me the perfect dewy finish every single time. Now that I'm done working that into my skin, my next step decides what kind of makeup day I'm having. I think today I'm going for full coverage but neutral makeup. So the first thing I'm going to do is apply concealer to my under eyes. This concealer is going to be a shade lighter than my skin, but I just want to kind of highlight my eyes before I apply my foundation and then shape it again afterward. If you have super dark circles under your eyes or dark spots that you want to cover up, I recommend using a concealer with an orange undertone, an orange base, or a peachy undertone. If you don't have any dark spots, then you just go in with your foundation. No need using more product than you need. But I have some tiredness. I don't know what you would call it. I have some tiredness underneath my eyes that I want to cover up. Also, I just want the under eye of my face to look filled up. So that's why I'm going in with concealer. And this concealer I'm going to be using is the CoverGirl concealer in the shade Warm Tawny. So it looks like that. I love it. It's full coverage, but it also dries down super fast. So I try to blend it before it's too dry. And I'm just going to apply that underneath my eye area. And it just kind of shapes up my face a little bit. Then I'm going to go in with my beauty blender and blend that out. I just realized I forgot to mention that I have medium to dry skin, so the routine that you're going to see today just kind of goes towards that. I am trying not to be too dry. If you do have oily skin, I do recommend you go in with a powder before you go in with your cream products. Now that that's blended in, I'm going to go in with my foundation. The foundation I'm going to be using is from Lancome. It's one of my favorite ever. It's called the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear, and I'm wearing it in the shade 510 Souci, and I love this foundation so much. It's one of the foundations that matches my undertones really well. I'm gonna take my foundation brush, warm it up a little bit, and then apply it to my skin. I'm going to go in with my beauty blender and just blend it out further. I also forgot to mention, the first thing I did was wet my beauty blender. I never use it dry. I always use it damp. I just want to show you that foundation. You see it? It matches my undertones so well. Now that I'm done blending in my foundation, I'm going to go in with a concealer shade that I'm going to use as my contour. Right now I'm using the Sephora Gel Serum Concealer in the shade Devil's Food. My mom is not gonna like that, but it's a foundation that looks, it's a concealer that looks like this. And I'm gonna be using it just like I use any contour. So map out this big ass forehead. How about that? You know. Then my cheekbone, and I apply it a little bit lower because I know I'm going to be blending upward, just like that. Then over here, because we all need to see this double chin, okay? More like 5 chins, but ain't nobody gonna know. And quite frankly, I like to blend that out before I go in with my highlighting concealer. So I'm just gonna use my foundation brush again and then just blend it into where I need it to be before I go in with the beauty blender. Now that that's blended out, I'm gonna go in with my Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Amount. The reason I'm using this concealer is because A, I love it. B, it's great for buildable coverage. So if you're going for something lightweight, it's good because the first application is lightweight. But if you're looking for something more, then you can always build it up to where exactly you want it to be. And because I already applied concealer underneath my makeup, right now I'm going in to really like shape the way I want my face to look, and that's why I need something that's a little lighter coverage. So I'm just going to apply it over here. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. And then I'm gonna apply it outward like this. I'm also going to apply it to the bridge of my nose, my forehead, just under where I place my contour. And then one thing that I like to do that's super weird, I almost like to contour my lips. It's almost a contour, but not really. So I'm just going to go in like this. And if you don't have a foundation, if you don't have a concealer that has a stick like this, you can just use a brush. It's even better that way. Over here looking like boo boo the fool. Boo boo the fool. And I'm going to blend. Wait, I have an announcement, okay? Make sure that when you're blending, you're not swiping, you're not moving the product, because the place where you applied your concealer is exactly where you want your concealer to be. So what you're doing is you're tapping, okay? You're not rubbing. The next thing I'm going to do before I set my under eye area is go in with my liquid blush from True... Did I say True Beauty? My liquid blush from Rare Beauty. I was so skeptical about this at first, but I've fallen in love with these blushes, so much so that I've gotten so many of them in different shades. I love it so much. The way it goes on our dark skin is so nice. Like the shade is just so nice. And the shade I'm going to be using today is the shade Joy. So it looks something like this. So I'm just going to be applying it like so. You're not supposed to use a lot. I'm just in love with it, so I go overboard, but don't do that. I just love it so much. And just blend that out. Look at it. Do we see it? It's very subtle yet lovely. You can't even tell it's there, but you know it's there, right? I'm just saying, Rare Beauty, hi! I love you so much. Sponsor me! I like to bring mine upward because I like to give my face a little bit of a structure, and a light blush can help out with that. But you're not obligated to do that. Obviously, everyone has their way of doing their makeup, so don't feel obligated to do that. It makes my skin look so dewy and gives it a nice glow, don't you think? To set my concealer, I'm going to be using the Sacha Buttercup setting powder, and I'm just going to be using that to set my under eye. And I don't like to use a lot of powder, so what I do is I go in with my damp beauty blender. Yes, I'm gonna keep telling you it's a damp beauty blender, and I go in like so. Then I just tap off the excess. Then I'm just gonna go in everywhere that I applied my concealer and set it. I am pressing it into my skin because I don't know if the term is baking. I'm not trying to bake. I really am just trying to set. So press it. For my eyebrows, I have two pencils that I use. Actually, there's a lot of things I use for my eyebrows, to be honest. But today I'm going to be using my two cheapest pencils. I'm going to be using any brow pencil from the beauty supply. And then I also use the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Espresso. It looks something like this. I doubt the camera is going to focus on it, but it looks something like this. So I use those two pencils to fill in my brows. The first thing I'm going to do is just use the NYX pencil and brush it into the desired shape. We're just going to beauty supply it and fill it out. Very important thing to note here. I have two different eyebrows. So they're gonna look like cousins and not sisters. But that's alright because that's how God intended my face to look. Okay? Okay. Alright. Then I'm going to go in with any concealer of my choosing and clean up the brow. I'm just gonna use my MAC concealer because that's a concealer I always use for my eyebrows in the shades NW40. Okay, then I'm just gonna clean up under my brow. Then from the top of my brow, I only use a lighter concealer like over here. Like I will show you. Let me just show you. Like so. To just highlight. Then I'm gonna go in with my foundation. Or a concealer that's like your actual shade. And clean up the top again. Just to avoid that kind of like harsh light halo effect on the top of your eye. And next thing I'm gonna do is just blend that out. And voila. Before we remove all of that, I'm going to be going in with my Fenty Beauty bronzer in the shade Mocha Mami, and I'm going to set everywhere where I applied my contour. Now, I love this bronzer so much. If I could, I would buy everything from Fenty, but it's always sold out. This one, I think I had like harassed my friend instead to get it for me. Yeah, I harassed her. I did. I sure did. also going to apply that to my nose area. Now we're going to go in with my MAC finishing powder in Deep Dark. And so I dip my brush into that, tap off the excess, and I want to swipe under my eye real quick. The next thing I like to do is apply some setting spray before I apply my highlighter. So I'm just going to be using the Dewy Set by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It looks like this, and I'm just going to... You deadass don't need this much. I just like to be extra. So while my face is still slightly damp, I'm going to go in with my highlighter, which is the Heroin Glow by Juvia's Place, and it looks something like this. And I'm just going to use any fluffy brush, and I'm going to tap in a little bit and then apply it to the high point of my face. So over here. Ooh, you see when it's still wet, the highlighter is a little crazy. So I'm gonna slow down on that a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna apply it over here and then blend it. Then we're gonna go under our eye, especially since we don't have an eye look. Now I put in my mascara off camera because my battery decided to do a little glitch thing. But what I used was Telescopic Mascara by L'Oreal. And it's my favorite mascara ever just because it gives me length without giving me clumps. For my lip combo, I'm going to be going in with the MAC pencil in Chestnut. And I'm just going to line my lips first. So I've lined my lips like so. I don't know if you can really see it. Then I'm going to go in with my Juvia's Place lipstick in Libra. And then we're going to use Juvia's Place Barely There lipstick, lip gloss. It's a lip gloss. Voila! There's the makeup. So that's it for the video, everybody. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and go ahead and hit that little bell button that lets you know when I post a new video. Thank you so much for tuning in once again, and I will see you next time. Bye.